All right, please stand. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Election for chairman, vice chair, and 3 members.
I move that we keep it the way it is.
Support.
Want to discuss that? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Recommend the following staff for 2026 road manager: Bob Griffiths, clerk Catherine Kirkpatrick.
So moved.
Support.
Do you want to discuss this?
That's right. There's no discussion on your
No
part.
discussion.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
See, it's a democracy we're voting on.
Approval of agenda.
So moved.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Review and approve minutes.
Minutes, I move the approved as written.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Review and approve bills. Do we want to do all of December and January, but counts itself one?
Yeah, we could.
So it'll be December 23rd, regular, $297, $454.09, December 31st, $79, $298.69, January 8th, $263, $311, and ETF, or FTs for $128, $499.24.
Move to approve.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Want some time to look them over?
I see we paid for the canopy and the new fuel pumps. Did that come in under the bid or right on the bid, or how'd that work out?
That is about 3,000 and some change, 3,015, I think, higher than what the bid was originally, because we went to the one solid canopy instead of 2 separate canopies.
Okay.
So in the grand scheme of things, I think it's good.
Okay. I see we had salt delivered, for $162,000. Did we use that much salt, or? Did we use that much
That's
salt?
what we do here.
Well, I know we use salt, but
And it's to restock, to fill the barn back up, so.
was the barn empty?
It wasn't full, yes, for what we've already used.
Okay, well, I'm just getting an idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, yep,
We gotta take 80% of the contract too.
yeah,
Right.
we haven't had too much of an issue with that
No,
lately.
one year we did. Yeah, very good winter. We were hunting places to put it.
So would you say $162,000, is that normal for the month of December? Is that what we should expect for January and February? Just so I have an idea. I know it's
Roughly,
weather,
yes.
I know it's weather dependent, I
Roughly,
understand that.
yes, I would say 150 is probably a good ballpark, maybe,
For a month,
yeah, maybe a
December,
little less.
January,
but-
February, okay.
Well, you know, for the last 2 or 3 winters, we really have not had a lot of snow. I know my own self, the last 2 years, I might have plowed snow in my driveway at one time.
But the only thing is the small storms take as much or more salt than the big storms.
Yeah.
Because of the ice, I would say.
Yeah.
So,
We just like said, hey, we didn't have snow.
We had,
yeah, but
yeah.
they were still out treating this morning.
Right.
Yeah.
So we spent $15,000 with Indiana Northwestern Railroad. Are those reimbursed to us, or we pay those?
So we pay those.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
So what would that be for?
Oh, everything from some of the electric bills for the crossings to actually upgrading some of the crossings. We have a certain percentage that we get.
So like the crossing in west of Montgomery there.
Like when the just what new
Yeah,
crossbuck, yes, we take part in the study to see if it needs it or not, but whether we agree or not, we get assessed so much of that because our road goes across it.
I thought that was, all the railroad crossings were handled by MDOT.
Most of the rail is handled by MDOT, but because our roads cross it, we have a participating.
So we get
They
discharged.
were there first,
percentage.
and so they get the priority
And so this specific one was on McCollum, Long Lake, Card, Quackenbush, and more.
and those had studies done, and I believe at least the McCollum and Quackenbush were new crossbucks and stuff,
Okay.
based off of those studies that we did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a constant, continuous thing for the
well,
railroad.
the one in the column there, west of Montgomery, that one truly was needed. I mean,
And there's still a handful of them just like that across the county, and they're getting looked at now.
Yeah.
It's all those skewed angles that.
yeah, that was. And your neck will only turn so far.
What's the APWA Michigan chapter for $6,600? 33rd Annual Michigan Public Service Institute.
That is where I've been sending some of the staff to. It is the Michigan Public Service Institute. It's a week-long course, and it teaches them leadership and management skills, and so we're cycling them through. It's a 3-year program, and once they go through the 3 years, they graduate and get a certificate, and there's quite a few states that have it. Illinois, Indiana have the has the Public Service Institute criteria. And like I said, we were sending Heather and Katie this year. They'll go the next 2 years, and then they'll graduate, and then we're sending everybody else's cycling through to. Because everybody here without maybe one or two, maybe they got positions because they were here a long time. Not that they have any background experience in leadership or management. I'm trying to get that cycle in there.
So is it a cost per employee that you're sending? And how much does that cost for a 3-year program?
I want to say it's like $800 a year.
So that's for a whole year, because
Yeah.
again, I see some dates on here that aren't a whole year.
Well, that's
No,
just when
that's
they're
just from
going.
one year, that's when they're going, what you see on there.
Okay,
So each person is $825 for that session, and
okay.
that's then next year
But
will
you
be
only go
another.
one per year.
Yes,
Yes.
1 week.
Even though like this one here that says it's from 4/12 to 4/17 of 26.
So
you
that's,
prepay them,
yes,
evidently.
yeah, they,
Because like
and it
one,
fills up,
right, and one is like September of 26.
yes,
So again, they're prepaid and you do it at the beginning of the year because you register, so you have your spot. Is that what's going on?
yes, because they fill up,
But you tend to only go to one program per year. You go over 3, then you end up with 3 of them
Yes.
in total per person.
yes.
And it's primarily just management then that we're
Yes.
sending?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all it is.
Most of it.
Glad to hear we did the same thing.
I call it management, or
Okay,
Administrative, well,
He thought he was.
and I assume the cost is something that if they leave us before the 3-year period, they don't have to repay any of it.
Correct.
Because it's not that significant that we're putting into it.
And if somebody leaves, we can fill that slot with somebody else.
With somebody else, and if they haven't taken the slot yet, or done the program yet. Okay, thank you.
It's a good program. I went through it when I was at Jackson. Jackson used to send the administrative staff through it.
there's a lot of road commissions that we cover.
It's not just road commissions, it's public service. So you got police, fire, villages, townships, a lot of people send it, so.
Should have 4 of them all together. Okay.
Okay.
Got three bills.
But it seems to me like I'm missing a couple of sheets here.
They didn't all come through four at
There
a
was
time.
twos and twos.
Yeah, the first one came through four at a time and then the
I
other ones
must
came
get over there. Right beside that pile.
Just this one right here.
No, that's mine.
Yeah, and that's payroll.
I'll stay over here.
Payroll,
Right here, here's a couple.
payroll, we gotta leave here.
I found them.
Oh, you found them. Good. Good job.
Kind of mixed up, so.
All right.
Payroll dated December 18th, regular $151,188.92. December 31st, regular $148,415.55.
Move to approve.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
You got one.
We got them all, that's all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good.
Katie, can you do the treasure report in 2 minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
Beginning cash and investment balance is $2,828,326.15. Total receipts was $856,656.21. Total bills and payroll is $1,068,167.75. CD reserved for 2 trucks is $696,874.37. Ending available fund balance is $1,919,940.24, and outstanding accounts payable is a credit of $133.92.
Any questions? If not, then go to that. Thank you. Now. I'm pretty sure it's 10:15. Public hearing revised permit schedule, fee schedule. Yeah, that's something. Doug, you're the only public we got.
My comment is, I've looked at it, and it seems to be 3 pages, and it seems to be as complete as I can tell.
Is this in comparison to other counties?
Yes, a lot of the fee structures were kinda recommended by CRA to say, so that everybody's getting kinda in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
They don't mandate that you do the exact
Sure.
thing. And the other thing we did this year, other than that, was some of the fees, like for that very top one, a utility service connection new, was like $138 or something like that. And we're like, why do we need these odd little numbers?
Right.
So we rounded up, you know, on a couple of them, not too many of them actually. And then the only thing that really we added was, partway down that utilities is a new structure / handhold. We added a $50 structure fee to that, just because we've had kind of an issue of them getting put in the wrong place. Now we gotta mow around them and, you know, that kind of stuff, so we added a $50 structure fee for that, but other than that, everything's pretty much the same as the old one.
Guess we can close the public hearing for all comments. Do we have to approve this now?
Yes, I believe so, and then you'll sign.
Well, I have a question, what's this mean here on the second page? So much per power unit.
The power unit is the truck, not necessarily a trailer, but the truck. They could have a fleet of trailers, but it's the truck that is getting the permit.
I would move that we accept the permit and inspection fee schedule.
Support.
Any more questions? None. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Do we sign this one?
Yes.
Alright.
And then that gets posted online so that people know what the current one is. Nice to get that into there tomorrow.
Do most people comply voluntarily?
For the permit? Yeah. We got a lot of driveways that seem to pop up that we don't know about. But
Alright,
when we see them, a lot of times we can go back and talk to the property owner and they come in.
good permit.
Not always, but sometimes it's pulling teeth, but
Public comment? No? Anything? No?
Welcome to 2026.
Yeah,
Have a great season and a good
I hope.
list of projects.
Manager's comments.
okay, well, let's see. So just a few quick things. We will be submitting or putting out 2 new bids that will come to the February 12th meeting, hopefully as long as everything goes. One's gonna be for TAC, which is one that we held on from the emulsion bid. It'll be specifically for tack, and then there'll be another one specifically for 29A aggregate, which is a crushed natural stone that wasn't on the aggregate bid, because apparently in the past that's been bid separately. But I think we're gonna get this one so we can get the stone this year, but then we're gonna add that together. So there'll just be an aggregate bid in the future and it'll all get covered. Just to let you guys know that we're gonna lease out a portion of our Moore Road pit to MJ Electric. They're a company that's replacing those power poles that actually runs through the Moore Road pit and across right through there. They've got the old, I call it an H wood post that are holding the high tension wires right now because of all the wind and the solar and all that coming in. They're changing those out to the steel, the bigger steel high tension poles. And so that's what they're doing, is just stacking or staging the poles there to put them up. And they're leasing that pit the same as we've got the other pits but they're asking for a 4-month lease and to get those poles fixed. So.
And they should be done by the end of April?
Well, they originally only wanted 3 months, but we went 4 months just to make sure we're covered. But there is a month to month after that if it happens to take longer.
Were we going to stockpile limestone there, or can
No,
we stockpile somewhere else?
No, we don't. We've got a pile of millings there, and we were talking, we may be able to stockpile something else if need be right next to the millings, which is out of the way. There's plenty of room for them to do what they need to do. They've been told they can't block the road at any given time because that's the road that goes back into the firing range for the sheriff's department. And then we've daisy chained the lock together where they've got a lock, we've got a lock, and the sheriff's department has a key to that. So either side can get in without interfering with the other. So, let's see. The Southeast District meeting is January 26th. I believe Katie is kind of asking the off time as to who wants to go. That's going to be at Calhoun on the 26th at 9 a.m. And then the next one is we're hosting it here on May 4th. So just for your information on that. And if you want to go and you haven't said anything yet to Katie, you need to make sure you already got them. Okay. But yeah, next in May is ours, and we'll post that. We're still in the process of trying to get the fuel pumps hooked up. I see Mercer's here right now. So Mercer and Ecos, which is the company that does the computer type stuff for it, and our Joe and our facilities are working together and Thatch to get everything to hook into our server and everything are all working together to try to get that up and running. Hopefully it'll be today or tomorrow, and then we can start using the fuel pumps and using the fob swiper here.
That should work pretty good, I think.
I think it'd be nice. Let's see. So we got a couple pieces of equipment that we want to look at getting rid of. One is an old maroon extended cab pickup truck that's seen its better days. It's got a pretty good shimmy in the front end, and I think we just need to put it on Gov Deals and see what we can get for it. It still runs and drives right now, but it needs to go.
What year is it?
So I would have to look, but it's.
I know there's over 300 miles
It's
on
old.
it.
It's like 300 some thousand miles on it.
300,000.
Who was driving?
Well, for the last few years, it's been seasonals that come and do traffic counts and.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, I don't remember.
It's, the fenders wave at you when you go down the road, and, you know, it's seen as better days.
Probably
So.
time to get rid of it.
And so I'd like to just put that, have, our fleet, put that on Gov Deals and just get what we can get. We'll make sure it's at least scrap price, but, we'll go with that. The other one is our man lift. I believe it's a 6080. It's in good shape. I wanna put that on Gov Deals, see what we can get. We would put a reserve on it, but we won't say what the reserve is.
Right.
And so we'll see if we can get that reserve, which I think we can. And sell that one, which will then in turn allow us to probably pick up another good used high reach and give us 2 high reach capable for mainly for wood crews, and we still have the other high reach that's on the sign shop. Doesn't have as big a boom, but it can still do certain things, but it's mainly for the sign shop. Let's see. Nothing's really changed on our day-to-day stuff. We've got still a couple tubes on order for like Frontier Road, south of Burt. We're gonna be working on a tube on Tamarack Road. That's one that we were talking to Ransom Township, but I'm not sure. Yeah. As you know, we did our township meetings the past 3 nights, and so we've got a lot of different little contracts and, you know, culverts, that kind of stuff that we gotta get worked out and get the projects done for. Other than that, we're really, the guys are out scraping, treating roads. We're getting quite a few complaints on some of the gravel roads, but there's not a lot we can do with them right now.
Why do this every year?
We go and scrape them, we're gonna turn them into a mud hole, so it's, do you want mud or holes? So right now, we're kinda waiting to see what Mother Nature does for us, and we'll do what we can to keep them in as good a shape as possible. I guess that's about all I've got. I think there's some more stuff later down on the agenda, but unless everybody's got questions, that's an easy one.
Okay, no questions?
In the right way?
Yeah.
No. No. They're working that.
New business. Sign agreement to extend guardrail and roadside brush control contract.
Okay, so you should have an extension letter from Dalton's.
Nope, he's on the first line, the guardrail.
Okay.
That was approved a couple meetings back, now we just gotta
I thought it was.
execute the contract, just need signatures.
Okay, for the guardrail and brush break.
Yes.
Ooh, that's beautiful. I'm having a heck of a time here.
It's all right.
There.
There we go.
And it's signed.
I'm assuming all we have to do is, approve Corrigan because I don't have anything to sign, so you'll probably sign it.
They didn't send a letter to sign, they just sent that letter
Oh, they
saying
just
they are
sent an
willing to
extension.
extend it.
This one.
So we
And-
gotta,
Okay, so what that, and they did ask to extend it, but they also dropped the price by 0.5 cent per gallon.
That means a lot. All right, approved bid extension for dust control.
Move to approve.
Support. So everybody's done here.
Will you explain why we didn't accept any bids for the last time? No, for when we open up bids for the dust control.
What they got?
For minutes.
I understand, but that's what they did right now.
I
That's
know,
good.
but earlier she asked if you were gonna explain, you said you were chairing the meeting.
Okay. So anyway, the reason behind this is when we had the bids for dust control, we got 2 bids that came in for dust control for calcium chloride, which is extremely higher cost. we asked for mineral well brine. The actual bid from Corrigan came in late, and so it couldn't be accepted.
Right.
But by the same token, we don't want calcium chloride either,
Right.
so that's when Corrigan recognized that they were late, and they sent the
Extension.
asking to just extend what they had, and they would lower it a half cent.
And we don't have to rebid it because those who bid didn't bid what we wanted.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, so we table it, so we don't have to untable it and deal with that?
If just a lot dies, I would
Okay,
think.
I'm not, Robert's rules, I don't know 100% forward and backwards, so I just wanted to ask that
Well,
question.
from a common sense standpoint, it would seem to
Right.
me like
You
since,
don't bring it back, it just dies.
and the specs were, they didn't
Not me.
Right,
do what we requested.
right.
Correct, it wasn't the proper bid.
Exactly.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Yes, there's nothing we do with that then. Approved 2025 township contract, ransom, Burke Road, Bird Lake to Trip.
I'd move we approve this contract.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same.
Do we need anything in the minutes to say that the township doesn't have a share in it?
It does say, well,
Does
it
it
will
say it
be,
in the
this
contract?
township share is 0.
Yeah, but by looking at this, if I'm somebody reading this, and I know that this is a local road, I'd say why is the township 0? So do we need to say anything, or are we good? I guess that was my, I guess I raised it as a question.
I can if you'd like. So basically, they did a contract with us last year where we paved that section of road. In our opinion and their opinion, the paving project didn't turn out like it should have. And so we've agreed to go in and do this to fix what was done to make everything, and so that's why it's on us.
Okay. Those are my papers.
That's better than losing your marbles.
Did that a while ago.
Does anybody keep marbles anymore?
I don't think so.
I used to have a
I
bag
have
of
them.
marbles.
It's,
We have all
it's
kinds of
Lego
them.
now.
I don't think any of my grandkids have marbles.
They're
We
too
just got
busy
this
doing
marble
this.
thing for the kids to play with.
I always liked my pretty marbles. And your big shooter. Anyway. Boy, that's a memory that's been buried a long time.
Everybody's seen the township contribution. Public comment,
Very grateful.
any comment?
I have
Sure.
an issue that I want to address. So we had 2 residents of Allen Township come to the meeting the other night and express concerns about the road. There, particularly that intersection of Jonesville Road and Thompson Road. What are we gonna do to resolve that problem?
We already went and looked at it.
Myself and Commissioner Party went the next morning and went out and looked at it. It'll have to be a springtime thing. We can take a little berm off of that to get some of the water out of there. Probably got a load of gravel. We'll fill in the one hole there at the end of the apron, and I think that'll take care of the issue that they
We
have.
can't do something immediately to get rid of the water on the road?
You'd make a mess. I mean, we could cut a little thing to let the water off. Yeah, we can do that, but
I think we have to do that.
Well,
It's very little water.
Gary, you need to understand, every dirt road in the county, where it comes up to a paved road, looks like this road. Every one. This is not They made a way bigger deal out of it than it is.
It needs to be fixed, yes.
Yeah.
But it's, to fix it right, it's gonna take a spring. We can
I
take a
understand
grader, we
that.
can take a grader blade and cut a channel. That's not a big deal. And that'll get the water into the ditch line that's there.
What about the culvert that patched right away?
That, Kevin's already been working with them, he was working with them that night as to what it was and where they are, and they'll take care of that. And again, that'll be a spring thing.
Yeah, I didn't,
I was,
But as far as the road itself for Jonesville Road,
Yeah.
I think there's nothing wrong with Jonesville Road.
I was shocked that it wasn't worse than it was.
If their tube's plugged, and they actually admitted after the fact that it was probably their equipment that crushed the tube, and if we need to replace that tube to keep it from coming out on the road, that we will, and that's what they're working with right now. But as far as the road itself, shoulders itself on Jonesville Road, we didn't see anything. I videoed it. If anybody would like to see the video, I've got a full-length video of that entire project, to include Thompson Road. So I can show that to you anytime you want.
I think he said that he was willing to pay for that culvert, if I caught that.
I think
That's
we did,
right.
but in the grand scheme of things, we don't have others do that.
it's whatever our policy is.
Unless they're expanding it. If it's just replacing what's there,
I think that's what he wanted to do, he wanted to expand it.
then
from what
him
he
and
said.
Kevin were working on that and came to
Agreement,
an agreement on how it was gonna get handled that night.
good.
And this shoulder this guy mows, that's the reason he wants it fixed, and he mows it.
Yep.
It's in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's no houses, there's no, I mean, it's just,
But it's nice that they take
Yeah,
care of
it
it
is.
and everything, but there's a berm there. And it kind of swales into where that water will flow, if it can get there. Right now, it just can't get there. So that's why I say we need to cut some of that berm off, and the whole thing needs, all the way down that needs to be de-bermed, but we gotta pick it up, we can't just leave it there, be a
cause there's,
mud hole. And then probably a load of gravel will fill that one spot where the apron comes to, that's holding the water right now, and it'll be taken care of.
Was that the same one where we rolled the berm up like we plowed?
No, that would have actually helped, if that would have happened.
Was that somebody else?
Well,
no,
he,
that was them.
he gave us pictures where there were spots that they rolled the berm, but not the
blade-
whole length.
The blade, like with the unevenness of the road, the blade dipped into the berm, showed the side.
And it's on the video, I mean, you can see every once in a while you can see a little thing of sod that's up in the grass, and that'll get, when they cut the berm out, that'll just get taken out with it. So, but de-berming and a load of gravel will
Solve the problem,
solve the entire thing.
all right.
Well, here's my concern. Okay, we got heavy spring rains coming. When you were out there the other day, it's been long enough now, maybe since he took that picture, that a lot of the water's disappeared on its own. But we get heavy spring rain,
Well,
and for a while, it's gonna get worse.
if the grader goes out and makes a hole in the berm for the water to get off, that'll alleviate quite a bit of the problem. Does it fix it? No, it doesn't fix it, but it's a temporary repair.
to get us through the spring.
Yeah, I understand that. And, I wanna see that happen. I'd like to see it happen before this week is over.
I think the biggest problem with Mark and Pat was the fact, they wanted some communication when the whole project was started, and they didn't feel they got it. I think that was probably one of the biggest things that went on.
I would agree, but I think the other is, I think the water issue at the end of that gravel road is something that we need to take care of
Yep.
ASAP.
And I think that we will take care of it. I think that they will go out and make a hole and let the water off the road. As far as it being, a problem throughout the county, yeah, there's some that are and some that aren't. I don't have any water at the end of my road, but I have plenty of washboards to make up for it. But that's living on a gravel road. People need to realize that. So, that's what I got to say about it.
I agree.
Anything else? Nobody? No,
So,
nothing? We stand adjourned then. Thank you.